I'm a lecturer in Department of Biology, and my career is strictly to teach. I guess what I love about it is the flexibility, in terms of my schedule when I can do things and being able to interact with students.
The number one perk that I have in my life as a career researcher in an academic environment is that I get to structure my time any way I want. So I decide basically when I start working during the day, when I stop working, when I take time out to go do other things, and that ability for me to structure my daily schedule, my weekly schedule, my yearly schedule is a pretty exceptional perk in this academic world.
Definitely the biology classes. I'm kind of looking forward to the next couple of biology classes like genetics and evolution. The general biology classes are pretty fun, but I'm definitely looking forward to the next group of classes.
The worst part of my career, how much work it took to get to this point. It took 5 years of undergraduate studies, another 2 years for master's, and another 5 years for my graduate work. A postdoc, postgraduate training, where I taught part-time. It was like what they call a freeway flyer, where I teach part-time at one school district, college district, but with part-timers, they'll only employ you for like 1 or 2 classes so that they don't have to pay benefits. So to make up like a full salary, you have to teach in like multiple districts. And so you're on the freeway flying from school to school to get your full-time course load in. So it took a while to get to this point.
I would definitely say the memorization of things. There's a lot of information that you have to know for each class, and sometimes it takes a lot of time to do that, but if you're willing to just put in the time, it's not too bad.
Probably the huge lecture courses. I mean, the best part was that there were so many people that were biology majors, but it's also the worst part. It means that you don't have a whole lot of uniqueness when you go to apply. It means you look like pretty much everybody else there on the pad, and there are so many majors that are biology majors that a lot of the classes fill up really quickly in the labs and things like that. And biology is not a particularly difficult field, but it's not easy either, so that's definitely a downside to it. And you're not going to skate through biology and just do nothing, but I guess you shouldn't want to skate through the program, so it's challenging, I would say, as far as academia goes.
Well, so it's not an easy question to answer, because I think that I have a job, I have a career that overwhelmingly is positive. But the worst part, or maybe the hardest part, is it's that to do what we do in our lab requires money, and obtaining funding is an extreme challenge, and so money is really tight. Funding rates for most submitted proposals are really, really low, so in the past it's been in the 8, 9, 10% range. So that means at a particular panel, like at the NSF or NIH, if 100 proposals are submitted, 10 of them are going to get funded. So it's an enormous amount of competition to be able to find success and to be able to keep things moving forward.
Get experience. That's the biggest thing. I mean, you guys are working on your degrees, which is great, but like I said before, that's not enough to get you a job anymore. It's so competitive out there, and don't expect that you're going to get your dream job right away, or the job that you think you're going to get. And pre-generic kind of, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a pharmacist. There are so many jobs out there, different activities that you can do, and it's still related to the field of biology. It still utilizes what you're learning in the classroom without being so restricted as to be in kind of a pre-formed position.
Make sure you're taking the time to focus on things that you really, really are interested in. Don't get caught in a rut of preparing for an MCAT or thinking that all of your time needs to be focused on one particular, career goal. But take the time out to explore. Do research in a lab or two and find out what exists outside of the maybe narrow constraints of what you originally came in thinking you were going to do.
The main reason I wanted to be a biology major is because, I don't know, my dad is a doctor and he told me it would help me get into doctoral school, and you would already get a lot of your requirements out of the way just being a biology major, and you wouldn't have to work around like if you were an English major. You wouldn't fulfill a lot of your pre-med requirements easily. You'd have to go out of your way to get them. So that was my primary reason.
The sense that it was the right major for me, because it gave me the opportunity to talk about things that I like, which is science and life, and to interact with students. So it gave me the possibility to pursue what I want to do, teach. It also can give you the possibility of writing, even if you want to be an English major. There's so much writing involved in this kind of a job. So the idea that biology is like the career choice is for a wide variety of students is not necessarily a good one.
In my mind, biology has just always been a great field to go into. We're talking about this biological world that has been around for 3.5 billion years on this planet, presumably all tracing back to a single common ancestor, a single cell, 3.5 billion years ago or older. It's fascinating. It's totally fascinating. So why wouldn't you want to go into biology?